Well, hello. All right. My mic isn't muted this time, so we're good. We're good to go. Gonna have a little look here at Cyberpunk 2077 on the Radeon RX 6500 XT. We're testing FSR 2.0 upscaling technology. So this means it's temporal upscaling. It's way better than FSR 1.0 in terms of image quality, but it's harder to run at the same base render resolution. Now, in terms of settings, I'm using slightly tweaked settings, medium downwards tweaked medium setting, although I have improved facial lighting geometry on here. If you want to a little bit deeper dive into these settings, I have a video on my channel that you can go and check out. But the focus of this video is going to be AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution 2.1. I'm going to put this on 0.5 here. This is a sharpening factor, and it controls the amount of sharpening you're going to get in your game. So I'm on quality mode, so there is auto. I wouldn't use this usually. So quality, balanced, performance, and ultra performance. Now I think for 1080p, this is gonna get you a good result. This is probably still gonna give you an acceptable result, and performance and ultra performance is it's not gonna be great, but we'll see. So we'll start with quality here. I think that's the reasonable setting. It's probably the one I'd go for anyway. Okay, here we are. So the image is really good. And we're gonna drive around a little bit here, and then we're gonna check out some stuff that's hard to render, or stuff that FSR 1.0 would struggle. I'm gonna go through here.
Commencing area search. Terrorist activity detected.
Terrorist activity detected. Sure. Okay. I don't think that's the way into the city here. Okay. I'm gonna make it. Alright, that looks good. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get out. Sorry about that. Here we are. Okay. Let's check the map real quick. Oh, okay. So we're in Watson. We're gonna drive probably to the bar right here, at Lizzie's bar, and we're gonna check it out. Looks like that billboard is not working. Okay, let's stop here for a second. Now you can see these power lines look pretty good. That's the kind of stuff that almost like disappear on FSR 1.0, or that even disappears if you have like low render res, and yeah, if you have low render res, this stuff can disappear, and you can clearly see here it retains them. It can go a bit blocky, but it's not bad. We have a lot of them. Oh, and if we don't move at all, they're like perfect. At least for like a 1080p image, they're really good. So we're gonna drive into the city. You can see hitting pretty close to 60 FPS here. Oh, yeah. Don't mind my driving. Let's go into the city. And here we are, Lazy Spar. So here. So let's see here. Remove this. Okay, this is not bad. It's actually fairly hard to tell whether there's a problem. Oh, no, that's normal. That blinking light here. What's that? Whatever. So the fence looks good. Even at 1080p, that quality upscaling is looking pretty decent.
Hey, wait!
I want to see a character model up close. See how that looks.
We're closed right now.
Okay. Oh, the hair's actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, the fine hairs aren't bad. Yeah, you wouldn't think it's like 720p base resolution for rendering, right? I believe that's quality FSR 2.1 is 720p base resolution. And that looks way better than 720p base resolution. It's because they use like information. No, this is FSR 2.1, Roman. Oh no, I activated Sandivist. Okay. Okay. I wish there was like a thing you could turn it off. Yeah, FSR 2.1. It's really good. It's really good. This is like slightly tweaked medium settings, right? And with quality FSR 2.1. And here, yeah, in the city center sometimes it drops to like 50, but a lot of times you get 60 or better FPS. It's really good. And it's really smooth as well. You can see on the frame time graph, the frame time graph is super flat. And that means we're not experiencing stuttering. Oh, quality of stream is really bad in motion. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We're gonna have to stop if we look at stuff. Okay. Ryzen 5600G. So it depends. If you have a really good used market and you don't plan on upgrading from 5600G like ever, maybe you can find a super cheap B450 board and it will run, and yeah, it will be all good. If you want to upgrade later, maybe get a B550 board, because that's also going to support PCIe Express 4 if you want to upgrade a CPU and or graphics card later on. So yeah, I would avoid X570 unless you can find a really good deal on a used one. You'd just be overpaying for it. Okay, I think driving around is not as good because the stream quality will be too low. So I'm gonna park the arch and then we go on foot and we can be a little bit slower and take in the sights of Night City. Yeah, you can try X470 as well, but I don't see as many of those on the used market, and I basically don't see any of them in stores for purchase new. Yeah, but it's an option. If you can find a used X470 for cheap, that's a good option as well. For 5600G upgrade. So your problem, if you're gonna use a 6500 XT with your Ryzen 5600G, is that 5600G only supports PCIe Express 3, and because the 6500 XT has only an X4 link on PCIe Express, it's gonna be constrained on bandwidth there, and you're gonna get less performance. Is the music too loud? Do I have to turn it down? Yeah, if you're on 5600G, maybe look for like 1650 Super or like a 1660 if that's available for you in your region. Hi Wilmer. Wilmer's GC is in the chat. But if the 6500 XT is like your only option, it's still gonna be a good upgrade, don't get me wrong. You're just not gonna get as good performance as you see here because I'm using a PCIe 4 CPU. And the cores don't actually matter. You get pretty much the same performance here on Intel i3 12100, which is like a 4-core CPU. You get almost same performance here. This game looks really good on medium settings. Really, really nice in medium settings. Okay, let's look at some NPCs close up. Let's look at this guy.
What now?
Yeah. Also, the anti-aliasing is pretty good around his face. Also the hair. Maybe you can't see the hair as well on stream quality, but the hair looks good. Even the small hairs. Yeah, Ryzen 5600G doesn't have PCIe Express 4. That's like it's like the biggest drawback on that CPU, that doesn't have PCI Express 4, and you're gonna lose some performance on RX 6500 XT, and you're gonna lose some on the 6600 as well. Only a little bit, and only in some games. So the 6600, it's not as bad. Get that guy. Okay, that was a good one. Configuration. For this setup, it's a Ryzen 5900X, 16 gigs of RAM. It's a RAM kit is 3200 C14, but I've tuned it to 4000 data rate C16. So yeah, it's pretty well tuned. But the CPU is overkill. You don't need a CPU like this. Like you'd get exactly the same performance here on Ryzen 5600X. Or Intel 11400. Oh yeah. What? No gore effects? Come on. Yes, I've slightly OC'd the GPU. Well, slightly. Just to the maximum, actually. But I think it's really easy to overclock it, and you could just pull out the slides to the maximum values, and it just worked for me, no problem. Like the one card I have is a dual fan card, and it's got a pretty overbuilt cooler. So maybe if I have like a single fan card with a small cooler, maybe you shouldn't overclock it. But if you have like a dual fan card, overclock that thing. Well, you should test it, of course, but it worked fine, and I think on average you get like 6% better performance. But in the more modern games and the ones that really want memory bandwidth, those are up to like 10% faster. So it's really worth it there. And like the memory bandwidth games, for example, like Red Dead Redemption 2 is an example. That is like 10% faster if you overclock the 6500 XT. Hi. CPU and GPU. Let's find out. Let's find out, guys. Core, GPU core temperature, GPU. Let's go to temp and CPU temperature. Now I'm actually curious what the CPU temperature is. Package. Okay, let's take this one. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so GPU 53C and CPU 64. I'm actually pretty happy with that CPU temperature because I was really lazy and I just swapped it today, the 5600G for the 5900X, and I'm so lazy I can't be bothered to put new thermal paste on it, so I just used the leftover thermal paste that's on the CPU cooler. So I was worried it might not be perfect but for this testing it's completely fine. It's not gonna throttle, as you can see. And GPU temp is super good, like 50C. Привет. What did they say? Yeah. Yeah. Speka. I can't read it. It's too hard, guys. Oh, what settings? But You got me covered, Roman, right? You can tell him. Okay, market area. I want to test it at night. Let's forward time a little bit here. Where do we do that? Hang on. Oh, here. Skip time. Okay, we want to go like 11 p.m. Yeah, that always happens. It's like too bright first, and then it's gonna normalize for some reason. Maybe it's doing it on purpose. Yeah, they've changed the settings around a little bit. So the new medium setting is actually a lot closer to what we've used to call like optimized settings. The medium and high settings are actually closer now than they were before, and they're harder to run than they were before. The only setting that didn't change is Ultra preset. Okay, 54, 45, 46. Okay, this is like the hardest to run area in the entire game at night here. So if it's playable here, it's playable everywhere. And funny enough, this area is actually GPU performance can be slightly affected by crowd density here. I'm not sure why, but it can. And I'm using medium crowd density, and it's pretty good. It's like populous here, so it doesn't look empty at all. It's not like PS4. PS4 on release. It's like there's no people at all in Night City. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna remove those temps again. They don't look nice. I have to make them look nice. Then we can add them back in. GPU total. GPU core. Okay. Okay. Now it's pretty again. Maybe I can also show you guys the overclock settings in the AMD thingy. Let's go here. Tuning, and then... Okay, so it's drawing like 72 watts. It's got a little bit... Oh, that's CPU. Okay, that's CPU 63. And then we have GPU here. We're running at almost 3 gigahertz on the core clock, and we're drawing 70 watts right now. And the memory is also overclocked to almost 2400 base clock. I'm not using Afterburner. These are the same settings as Afterburner here. Our studio. Yeah, it's our studio. Yeah, I'm a data scientist. Although I'm not using it on here anymore, because it's not my workstation anymore. So... But it's still gotta have it on there. I mean... Okay, let's get a nice car. Which one? It's a nice one. Okay, this one, of course. Okay, it's over there. Our studio. It's an IDE for R programming language, but it also works pretty well for like Python. Yeah. Oh, it crashed. It's been crashy a little bit lately. Okay, we're gonna start it up again. Since the last patch, it's been crashing a little bit more often for me. But we're gonna get back here. Have you guys tried it since the last patch? There seems to be like a bug when you use dynamic resolution scaling, where it just goes flickering. Let's fix. Okay, let's drive around. Yeah, let's just pick this one. That's fine.
Hello. I'm Arif Iqbal, and you're watching WNS News.
Okay, we're back.
New details have.
Yeah, Cyberpunk's been crashing randomly lately. So it crashed like when I was testing it yesterday. It crashed once, like after like 10 minutes, and then I was like not sure what's happening, and I left it running for like 4 hours, and it didn't crash. So I have no idea what's causing it. But here we are. Okay, now give me my car. Maybe this car is crashing it. Come on. There it is. There it is. It's Johnny's car. But this is actually a pretty cool car. I have seen this one in real life. Oh, whoa. Okay. It's a lot harder to drive this than the motorcycle. Hello. Yes, it is. No, I didn't mem test it. Roman, you should know. I'm the RAM whisperer. I don't need to mem test. I can just put in a number and it will be the right number. It's only for like a little bit of testing, so I'm not too worried. If I was gonna use it for like daily driving it, I change it around, or I test it, but I was just curious whether it would do it, and it did, so I just went with it. Also, I don't think the Cyberpunk crashing's got anything to do with the memory overclock, because if the memory would be unstable, I think much more likely that we get like blue screen. Don't think Cyberpunk crashing is like an indication of of an unstable memory overclock necessarily. Cyberpunk is just a little bit crashy lately. It's also crashed on 5600G, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it's crashed on 5600G as well. I was testing it with GTX 1070, and that crashed as well. Yes, and it's a Porsche 911. Although I think I've only seen black ones in real life. There's a green one. pretty hard to drive as well. Okay, now I think we should try out some. We should try out balanced. Oh, last time I've changed that, it crashed. So I hope it's not gonna crash now, but it could crash. And I'm gonna go here and then click resume. Okay, it's a little bit better, but it doesn't change a whole lot. Okay, let's go for performance. I hope it doesn't crash. Could crash. Okay, that was like another 10 FPS. But now it's noticeably worse. Image quality. Maybe you can't see it on the stream as well. But let's go ultra performance. Let's hope it doesn't crash. Let's hope it doesn't crash. Oh, okay. Okay. Now we've got a way higher frame rate. Should we try ray tracing? Yeah, I know, Roman. I was just, I just plugged the numbers in and then they have to time to run a test. And yeah, it worked. It worked out all right. But if I was going to use it for like testing long term, I'd make sure it's stable. I'd run it through mem test. And actually, on the other kit, it's not the exact same B-die RAM, but on the other B-die kit, I've actually validated it with mem test. So it could be that this is a little bit weaker kit and it doesn't work on this one as well. Because the kit I'm using now is a 3200 C14, but it's from a 4x8 kit. So, and the really fast one that I've got, that's 4400 C19, and that one I have validated that it works at 4000 C16. Oh right, I should revert the graphics settings. So this quality mode, FSR 2.1 quality mode, I recommend that. And then it's mostly medium settings, but it's a little bit tweaked. I think we have volumetric cloud quality. I've lowered that from high to medium. And then we have ambient occlusion lowered from high to low. But instead I'm using improved facial lighting geometry. Yeah. And then here, turn that off. Okay, let's try ray tracing. Let's see, ray traced lighting, medium. Let's hope it doesn't. Is it gonna crash? It's gonna crash. No? Okay. 14 FPS. Yes, it's PCI Express 4. I'm using a Ryzen 5900X, but I think you'd get the same performance using Intel i3 12100 for the most part. And definitely if you use something like an 11400 or 12400 or Ryzen 5600X, you'd get the same performance here. Yeah, it's actually on sale pretty often now at like 50% off, both on Steam and on GOG. So yeah, it looks really good. I'm actually impressed now with FSR 2.1 and the optimized settings. It's actually really nice. Hello.
What do you want,
What are
friend?
you doing later? Oh no. She's just ignoring me, guys. And my pickup line was solid, wasn't it? Hello.
I won't buy anything from you.
Okay. All right. Really nice. No, I've tested it. Oh, I think we can test 1440p. If you guys want to see 1440p, we can do that. Because as far as I know, this isn't gonna reset my... If you can still see the stream, it worked. Okay. And let's go for balanced here. Or maybe go performance here. 1440p, let's go performance mode. Okay, we need performance mode. You know what? It's still playable. Whoa, okay.
What's it? Why don't ya?
Oh, what? That, oh. Oh, she's got the bunny. She's got the bunny. Hello. Okay. Okay, that's 1440p. And FSR 2.1 balance. No, performance mode, not balance, performance mode. Let's go here. Let's drop it to ultra performance, see what that does. Uncharted. I don't have... Is it the new Uncharted game? Let's try 4K. And ultra performance mode. Okay. Okay, nope, it doesn't like that at all. Okay, 30 FPS, 40 FPS. Oh, okay. Maybe it was just loading stuff. Yeah, I don't have it, sorry. Sorry, man. I have like, my Steam wish list is like 60 games. I think I might have put it on my Steam wish list.
Got a problem?
But it's probably not first in line. I have to be honest. Uncharted. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it. At some point I'm gonna have to try that. Okay, should we try 5K? The game might crash because it might run out of video memory. Let's just go back to... We could just go to a very low resolution. Let's go to 720p. And then... We're also gonna go ultra performance on FSR. Okay, 85, 88 FPS, 90 FPS, it's gonna go up, 93, 96, maybe 100. Can you break 100 FPS? No, not quite. But here I think at around like 120 or so, we're actually gonna get into the area where like we could potentially bottleneck on the CPU in some scenarios. Yeah, but I think the most impressive showing is actually 1080p quality. I think this one is the most impressive one. And I like a little bit more sharpening, but that's just like preference, right? That's not gonna make a difference to your performance. Well, oh yeah, look, yeah, we can get 120 FPS. Here we are, 120 FPS. In like Oblivion, you can get like 1,000 FPS if you look at the wall. Whoa! What was that? What's that? Okay. I had to teach her a lesson. The game I'm most looking forward to right now is Legacy of Hogwarts. That's like the next game I'm definitely gonna play through. Like the next AAA game I'm definitely gonna play through. And 100% it. Get all the achievements. Unless you have to play as a Hufflepuff. I'm not gonna play as a Hufflepuff. But I'm pretty sure all of you guys are Hufflepuffs. Hang on, there's something engraved on the sword. Something engraved on the sword. 2K. Can't read it. HA21 1104. I'm pretty sure it's an Easter egg, but I can't make it out. Maybe it's easier to read it during daytime. Let's fast forward to. Well, you can. It's pretty easy to take good screenshots. Like medium settings are nice looking. How should you see it? What do you mean, Roman?
Hey, watch.
I didn't pay attention. Maybe that's my fault. Okay, skip time. Let's give me daytime here.
Shit!
Oh, okay, that's cool. I think they've changed the like weather around a little bit. And this here is the sandstorm weather. Oh, that's so cool. Spikes on the bench. Well, Oh, is that bad for performance? Yeah. And this car is terrible. This car is absolutely terrible. Let's get Jackie's Arch. Okay, now the weather changed. Come on! I'm getting run over by cars all the time. Okay. Okay, now we have a little bit lower FPS here. Okay, let's try balanced mode for a second. It's not that much different. It's a little bit better performance. Oops, no. Oh no, look at that, I made a mess. Oh, no, okay. Oh, now it disappeared, no. Oh man. It's funny how it does the thing is in blood. Skid marks, right? But I think it overdoes them a little bit.
You try again, you hear me?
Target hit! Go, go, go!
Let's get a... Oh, this one is fun. Okay.
We've got heavy casualties! Go, go, go! Cover me! I'm reloading! Unit locked! Hit confirmed! He's hit! Last push! Finisher!
Got him. This felt pretty good. I didn't... Did you guys pay attention to frame rate? Because I didn't, but it felt smooth. I didn't feel like my system let me down. I just messed up a little bit sometimes. Here we go. We can of course replay that at night. Let's replay that at night. Let me find a safe game here. This one. Let's replay that fight at night. Okay. Yeah, I think we're pretty close. We're gonna go down this street, take a left, then we'll cross Lizzie's bar, and then it's just to the right of Lizzie's bar, around the next corner. Here we are, Lizzie's bar. And now I think we're gonna go one. We're gonna go here and hey. That guy wasn't particularly nice to me. Oh, hang on.
Stop right there.
Take this. This. Take this. Yeah. Okay. Let's go smack some guys. Come on. Yep. That one's gone. Take this.
Roger.
Take this. This. Yep. No. Okay.
Open fire.
Bam. I'm gonna have to do a full playthrough just using melee, like baseball bats. No swords. I've done a playthrough using swords. I wanna do one either using pistols or I wanna use like the baseball bats. I think those are fun. There's another one back there. No. Bad guy. Bad guy. No.
Position lost.
I killed him with a grenade. You can do that. So it has some impact damage. If you hit them with a grenade, it does a little bit of damage to them, and sometimes you can kill them just by lobbing a grenade at their face. It'll kill them before the grenade explodes. Also guys, I strongly recommend you turn off the HUD. Basically like after the tutorial, if you know like the controls, turn off the HUD, it's way more immersive. You still get these markers. You can see the yellow one, there says Hanako. I think there would be a mod to turn that off, but because I'm using this game a lot for like performance testing, I don't want to mod it. So I hope CD Projekt gives us an option to turn those markers off as well, this yellow one there. That would be perfect. I could play no HUD, no stats, nothing, just a nice city. Night city, not nice, night city. You sell something? No, you don't. She's not doing it all too well.
Leave me alone.
she just runs away. Just leaves him. Oh god. Okay.
She's armed. Hear me?
I'm armed, yes. Maybe they can run faster. Oh yeah, they can run faster.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's do some monkey business here. Well, actually, I think the one that's really nice to climb around is just down there. So maybe we'll go over there. Okay, let's turn the stats back on. Otherwise you guys are gonna be disappointed. Oh no, oh no, oh, okay. I'm not good at this. I'm gonna fall. Okay, I made it. Now I'm gonna go up here and... Oh, okay, up here. That maybe wasn't so smart being so close to this power line. Okay, we can go here and here. No, I don't think we can make it to the red. Well, maybe. Oh god, we can make that jump? That's insane. Okay, let's go over there. I wish there would be more random stuff you could find by just exploring the city. All of these look the same. Oh no, oh no. I don't wanna fall, I don't wanna fall. Okay, now let's get over there. And I think back down, just around the corner here, there are a couple of baddies. And we can fight them. Oh, hello ladies. Okay. Hello. Okay. Well, maybe I should I whack him? Or not whack him? Whack him or not? He isn't impressed. Okay. I let him off this once. Okay. Okay. Hang on. These guys already spotted me? Yeah. Okay. Oh man, oh. Let's get her. That should do the trick. Oops. Oh no. Oops. Open. No. Uh-oh. What was that? Hang on. If you try to climb on the door, she falls down. I have never seen this. Oh, now it worked. But I've never seen this climbing and falling off thingy. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? Power pork. Green. I don't know. Couple of shots. Toast. Hostile area. Alright. Hostile area. Let's go. Let's go. I really wish this game had more NPCs that have like a daily routine. That would make the city feel a lot more alive. I'm not sure how many it would take. Like 100 or so maybe? Like persistent NPCs. Or like they're just doing stuff. Because I feel like games like Skyrim are actually better at like giving you that feeling of living in that world than Cyberpunk. Because that problem with Cyberpunk is you can't interact with any of these guys. If I turn around, they could just be replaced. That's not the case in a game like Skyrim, where like a lot of NPCs are actually named NPCs. They have daily routines. And that's something that game like Kingdom Come Deliverance also does really well, where like every NPC has a purpose. I guess if you wanted to do it on that level, Night City, you'd have to do like thousands of NPCs. And you'd also have to make the apartments accessible. I mean, that would be awesome. If you could like enter every single building, and there would be stuff in there. It wouldn't even have to be all part of the same zone. I mean, you'd have to be able to like enter through the window necessarily everywhere. Just if you could just go enter a building and it would be like almost like a dungeon, that would work. No, I haven't seen that graffiti before. On the other hand, that's really cool because you can just walk around and you can find like you can see something completely new. Even if you've played the game a lot, you can find like a graffiti or like something you've never seen before. Even if you spent like 100 hours in the game. That's sewage, right? Yeah. Tasty. Well, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's see, are we unbalanced or okay, we're unbalanced. But I think quality is probably, I think you can argue either one. You can argue for balanced or quality mode. I think it kind of depends on your personal preference, whether you want to have it look a little bit better or have a little bit higher frame rate. I think balance still looks acceptable at 1080p. But I'd stick to quality and stomach the slight frame rate drops. See now, if we're at 60, it can drop a little bit below that. In some areas when you were driving, it was like 50. But then it's not as important to hit high frame rates in third person. Hello. Okay. See, I'd like to be able to go in here. That would be cool. And then there would be some kind of meth lab in there or whatever. But it wouldn't have to be like a huge thing. It could just be like a room or two. And to some degree, it wouldn't even have to be persistent. So if you go there, the next time it could be like 3 rooms or whatever. If you could like auto-generate like some mini like interiors for you, like a dungeon or whatever, I think that would be kind of fun. Although maybe if they were persistent, it would be better. Which languages did you know? I know 2 languages. I can do German and I can do English. Well, technically I can follow a conversation in French, but programming languages. Oh, I can do R. I can do expert level. And then I can do... Like I can work with Python, I can do JavaScript, I can do some C++ if I have to. Yeah, I think that's about it. I probably wouldn't like count like HTML and CSS as programming languages. I can do a bit of like bash scripting, yeah. But I'm not an expert in like software development, right? I'm not a software developer. Like, that's not my main trait. Bam! Okay. Sorry, buddy. What languages are you learning, Roman? Well, when I was in university, we also learned like Java. We had a little bit of Java. We had some C++. We've had this programming language they don't use anywhere, that's called like Eiffel. We've used that one. Did I use any other language? I think I tried like Julia at some point. I tried a little bit of Julia, but I never really worked on a project using it. I did like a little bit of C, but I never use it. So but C is kind of cool for you can do stuff. You can do like really like super low level magic stuff. Where you can like optimize really the crap out of something using C or in C++. You can also do that. Java, C++, C#, Bash, and Python. Yeah, I've never done C#, and I hate Java. Oh God. Hi, Mighty Pork. I'm glad I'm enjoying you. I recognize your name. You've been in chat before, or you've commented recently on a couple of videos, I think. Yeah. I remember. Hi, Nuts. Nuts been here before. Think Nuts been here. Nuts, have you been here during the Plague Tales streams? I think so. Okay, so mainly C, C++. Yeah, that's good. Oh. Okay. Don't look down. Don't look down. Okay. So but I think I have to perk that. No, okay, I don't have. Come on. Okay. No, 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 no. Oh, but I didn't take enough fall damage. All right, it's all good. It's all good. Hang on, what's that here? Oh, okay, so these are the spikes. Oh, okay, but that okay, so that's like a real thing. I've seen this, but they actually put like spikes like this on benches. I think it's like called like hostile or adversarial design, and they put them there. So in real life, they put that stuff there, so homeless people are not gonna sleep on it. Because it's gonna be very, very uncomfortable to sleep on it. So they put that there, so homeless people will not take a nap. But that's a real thing. How are you enjoying your 5600G, mighty pork? Roman, Java. So C and C++ are your main languages, Roman. I think that's ideal. I think that's gonna give you a really good foundation. Because both of these make you really think about what a computer actually does. And then later on you can, if you use stuff like high level language like Python or R, where you basically don't have to worry about most of the stuff, it's just gonna do it for you. Or someone has actually implemented the super efficient method that's gonna do what you want, and you're just gonna invoke that thingy and feed it your data, so. So you failed your Java class. Awesome. But the funny thing was, at the university I went to here, it was basically, they didn't teach us the programming languages, right? It was just like, yeah, for solving these exercises, we're gonna use C++. And someone asked like, are you gonna teach us C++? And the instructor was like, no, you can teach yourself C++, you're gonna solve the exercise using it. That was basically my introduction to C++. Yeah, you're just gonna learn it, deal with it. Yeah, I mean, I never got good at C++. We just used it there. I think R is like the only language I'm like really, really good at. There's a lot of languages I can use, or at some point you just want to get to a point, I think, where you like fundamentally understand how programming languages work and some of the systems they use in general. And then you can pick up a new one fairly quickly, and a lot of stuff is just gonna be reading documentation for some library someone else created, and then you're gonna use that library because you don't want to create stuff from scratch all the time. It's gonna use way too much time. So you're just gonna read a lot of documentation, and then you just want to be proficient in basically reading documentation really quickly, so you can use a software package or like, for example, like some math library or machine learning library. So you can read the documentation and you know how you can feed data into it and train your model or whatever. Okay, so Mighty Prague has plus 200 on iGPU, 129 backwards, so 2 times. Oh, okay. Whoa, okay, that's pretty fast RAM. That's gonna be really good, right? Boost on CPU, precision boost on CPU, 60 on the load in Arctic. Arctic Freezer 2, oh yeah, that's a really nice cooler. It's also a really nice looking cooler. And it isn't all that expensive. It's actually one of my favorite, like, affordable coolers. I have one here. No, it's not the Duo. I have the single one, but I have one here. It's on a board somewhere in the office here. So
Carajo! Some people.
yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I never finished my computer science degree. So I actually studied, so base degree for like a bachelor's degree, I think it's 3 years, right? So it's 6 semesters, and I quit in the 5th semester. And because back then I started playing poker, online poker, and I started making enough money playing online poker, so I just quit my degree and kept playing online poker. But I didn't do that for a long time. I only played online poker for like a year or so, a little bit over a year, maybe a year and a half. But back then, regulations on online poker were different, right? So now it would be a lot more difficult because of a lot of countries have like basically walled their player bases out of international markets, so you don't get to play in a large pool, and that makes it more difficult. And then later on I actually studied psychology. I never finished a computer science degree. But then I almost exclusively did like statistics stuff, like stats in my psychology stuff. So I didn't do like a traditional psychology degree either. It was a statistics focused psychology degree. No, I never completed my computer science bachelor's degree. Although, because the funny thing is, the university I went to, basically here you score like points, right? And I think in most places you need like 120 credits for your bachelor's degree, right? In computer science around here. And then you do some minor studies and some other stuff, and that's going to give you another 30, 60 credits, and then you get your bachelor's degree for that. But the university I was going to, it was different. And you'd basically do like 176 credits in computer science, and then you do like four credits in some other stuff. What happened? What was that? That car just randomly exploded. Yeah, probability. Yeah, Durability and statistics, that was always my favorite. I've had a lot of fun with that. Okay, completely free? Because here it's in Switzerland, it's not free, but it's very, very cheap compared to like the States, for example. Like enrollment fee is like, I don't know, it's a couple hundred per semester, a couple $100 per semester. So that's really not a lot here. Oh, here frame rate dropped quite a bit. What happened here? Let's go back and check that out. Okay, oh, do you need like good grades to get it for free, or how does it work? Here the frame rate dropped quite significantly around this corner here. Now it's good. Maybe it was just loading in stuff. Might play Need for Speed Rivals, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered, Genshin, and Slime Rancher. Yeah, Slime Rancher. And Slime Rancher 2 is out, right? It's in early access, but it's out. All right, okay. No, here you have to get good grades first, and then you have to go to like high school, and after high school you can go to university if you pass the final exam. And you're allowed to go anywhere you want, except for medical. You have to do an entrance exam to become like a physician. If you want to be a medical doctor, you have to do an entrance exam. Slime Rancher 2 is actually awesome. Have you seen it, Mighty Pork? $235,000 rubles per year. How much is that in USD or euro? Approximately. You have no idea. Is it a lot? Okay. So that would actually be more expensive than here. Interesting. Because I think here you pay like 1,500 for 1 year. Or something. Yeah. But in the States you need to pay like 3 to 10 times that, I think. Yeah. ITMO. I'm not sure I've heard of that. I'm not sure I've heard of them. Yeah. No, I can't go there. Okay, okay, okay. Stop happening, stop happening. Olympics, IP, ICPC. What is that? Gang wars. Hey. I don't like that. Let's dispose of these guys.
Have us some fun! SOS fault!
Oh no, he's still there. Take this. I wonder whether like unarmed combat is viable. I'd like to try that on a playthrough. ICP, I know I'm not familiar with that. ICPC. Is it some math computer science competition? Let's go either let's go to the afterlife or to Lizzie's bar. I think we're gonna have to go. Let's go over here. That's not the afterlife. The afterlife is here, but let's go to the afterlife. And let's get a good. Let's get the arch. Oh no, this one is fine. This actually drives pretty well. No, Olympic programming tasks. All right. Oh no. I think sometimes when we're driving into a new zone, you get a little bit of a frame rate drop there. Maybe it's swapping some stuff in VRAM. The afterlife is just... Hey.
What the hell?
Oh, these bad guys. This. And this. And this. This. Algorithms. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's math, computer science. I always liked maths. Like for me, it was pretty much a coin flip. So it was basically like 50-50 whether I was gonna study like computer science. First when I started out, I wasn't sure whether I was gonna do computer science or maths. And I just ended up going computer science, like, yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh, here we get super high frame rate. Okay, looking at the wall here. Yeah, okay, that's nice. A little bit greenish down here, but still 60 FPS. Hello. Hello, guys. There's a problem with your face. Yeah, there's a problem with your face. It's not there. Hello. So hair, pretty good. Smoke looks also pretty good.
Nobody would take my call. It was like I was dead. Good thing you only tested.
Gotta say, I'm extremely happy with the FSR 2.1 results here. Really happy. Well, 5600G, it's gonna depend on your memory speed, primarily. If your memory is fast enough that you can do balanced and get 30 FPS, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good time. If you have to drop it to performance, you're gonna notice pretty large visual hit, but it's not unplayable in performance. If you have to go ultra performance, it's not gonna look that nice. But if you can run balance, it's gonna look pretty nice.
Watch out. Might just answer you. Let's focus on the game.
3600.
Now look, send drones up first.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You're gonna have to try it. David Martinez drink. I'm trying. Google Colab. Alright. Yeah, Colab is good because you don't need beefy hardware in your own system. Hi Odyssey. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm really happy with the results here. That looks really nice. Active models are really good. What? Your 3070 broke? Okay. Here's a question. Did you know you shouldn't sit on it? Well, the 6600 Super is the best one out of these, and then the 1650 is gonna depend. There are like a lot of models of that one. The the one that's GDDR6 memory, you can check out on the channel. It's my latest video. I tested 90 games on the 1650, on the new model. And then the 588 gig or 16 Super, those are paid quite significantly faster than the 1650. And I think it's gonna depend on what kind of deal you can get. In some places you can probably find the 588 gig for like between $100 and $150. A 1660 Super, I think that is a little bit more expensive, just because it's not as old. Hi Federico. No, it's not RT on. This card, it can't do RT in this game. Well, it can, but you have to turn everything to the lowest value, and it's not gonna look as nice. So RT off is definitely the way to go on this card. Yeah, 1616 Super, 6 gigs. That's like, right, that's pretty much as fast as a 1070. Is that between like a 1070 and a 1080 in terms of performance? Just 6 gigs of VRAM. A little bit better efficiency maybe. A 2060 12 gig for 120. Well, that's really good. But that's a good deal on a 2060. Yeah, I think I'd make the decision based on what you have like available on like used market and new. But a 580 will still run. Right, the 580 is gonna do about as well as the 6500 XT here in Cyberpunk. Maybe even a little bit better because you have more VRAM. You can use the higher textures. It should be pretty comparable in terms of performance to the 6500 XT, and I think the 1660 Super, that's gonna be faster. $3080, yeah. Well, don't you consider the like 6600 if you have like the 6600 available? Maybe that's a good one. Because in some places you can get it fairly cheap now, like $250 or something. So
You want trouble?
the 3080 is a nice card. I've had the 3080 for some time myself, and then I gave it to my brother. I got really lucky with my 3080. I got one of the. I basically got it at MSRP, like a week or two after release. So I've had my 3080 when Cyberpunk launched. I've had my 3080, and I was able to play Cyberpunk on my 3080 on release. So I got really lucky there. But then I gave my 3080 to my brother. He wanted to build a rig. He was a console player, and I've had to convert him to a PC enthusiast. So I sacrificed my 3080 to achieve that goal. But he paid me for it, so it wasn't a gift. But I sold it to him at MSRP when it was basically like I could have sold it for maybe like twice as much at that point. Yeah. I think I've made a mistake, like when I bought my monitor, because I bought one of these ultra wides, right? And I don't mean just like the ultra wide, I mean like the ultra wide, the 32:9 one, the one that's like 5K pixels, and then it's just like 1440p tall and it's 5K wide. And the problem with this, it's really nice, but it's really hard to drive games on this. Like it's almost like 4K res, right? It's slightly tweaked medium settings, Odyssey. It's slightly tweaked medium settings. The same is, I think it's exactly the same settings that I use in my optimized settings video. And then just instead of using FSR 1 ultra quality mode, we're using FSR 2.1 quality mode, and I think it looks way better. Yeah, it is curved, and I can tell you this. Once you've used a curved monitor for some time, it's not gonna look curved to you anymore, right? But what's gonna happen is, if you use a flat monitor, it's gonna look like it's curved the opposite way. It's crazy. Yeah, the game looks, it looks really good on these medium settings. It's basically medium settings, FSR, quality mode. Yeah, that screen is just really hard to drive, so you need a pretty beefy card. And now I'm using in my own rig, I'm using a 1080 Ti. Like a card that I've had for like, since it released. But I've sold it to another buddy of mine during the GPU shortage, and now he gave it back. So now I'm using my 1080 Ti on my main rig, which I basically only use for video editing, video recording, programming, and then I play Doom Eternal. And so basically using 1080 Ti to play Doom Eternal on the dual ultra wide monitor, which works with the FSR upscaling that you can do on Linux through Eggroll Proton. I've tested high resolution, so you can do 1440p. You just go like performance mode on FSR 2.1. The thing I haven't tested for like 30 FPS settings here. See, it's actually funny with this card. It's actually hard to go higher settings because once you overdraw that VRAM, right, the performance is gonna fall through the floor. So you have to pick settings that do not exceed 4 gigs of VRAM. So it's actually hard to push for higher settings here. There's stuff that doesn't need VRAM, like, right, we could do like ambient occlusion, we can increase ambient occlusion. Let's do that. Let's increase some settings here. Okay. We would go, let's see, what's the most important stuff? No, that we can leave basically where we go ambient occlusion, could increase that, but why? I think mostly we'd increase the shadow stuff. Cascade chat, no, this is medium, that's better. Then we go high. Volumetric cloud. Yeah, okay, we can go high on this. No, we'll leave that at medium. That's probably high. We can probably go even ultra on this one. That's probably more for CPU. Oh, we could use VRAM, so we have to be careful here. Subsurface gathering. No, that's not wasted here. But we go. Let's go off. Okay. Still 48 FPS. Okay, let's go 1440p then. Let's go 1440p. Okay, that should just give us, it's around 30 FPS. Oh, no, it's way lower. Okay. I think we have a VRAM problem now. So I'm gonna go and use quality mode. Can you do 30 FPS here? Yeah, see? FPS basically doubled. I think we're just overdrawing the VRAM there. Okay, so we can do 1440p, get 40 FPS at like really nice, really nice settings. I think if you want to play on a controller, if you want to play like on a controller and just lock it to 40 on a FreeSync screen, that wouldn't be bad at all. If you're gonna do like a stealth playthrough, and you just don't need the FPS necessarily for like aiming all the time. Okay, here it drops a little bit, 34, 35. Okay, so we would probably have to dial it in a little bit better to get 40 on the FreeSync screen. What time? Oh, it's already 4 in the morning. Whoa. Well, but I'm lucky my next I only have to be up at I think like 2 p.m. Max settings for ray tracing. I wouldn't go for max settings actually. I have a video for optimization for like I think it's a 3060. Go watch that. I probably wouldn't push over those settings. You're just giving up a lot of performance for not a lot of visual gain. I think the settings that I have here, you could increase some of that a little bit, like for example here and here, but some like the screen space reflections, it's just gonna eat a ton of performance if you increase it. Also ambient occlusion is gonna use a ton of performance. It's not gonna be that much better. But I think 6 gigs of VRAM would probably be enough for ultra settings. But I'm not entirely sure. It could be close. I think 8 gigs is definitely enough. 6 gigs, I'm not sure. Maybe you'd have to go for like medium textures. Let's go quality. Let's go 1080p again here. Okay. "6 a.m. go to sleep." Yeah. I just have to get up for like 2 p.m. tomorrow, so I should be good. Have a good night, Roman. Balanced FSR. Yeah, maybe balanced FSR would have worked. I think you could find really nice settings for like 40 FPS at 1440p. And then lock it to 40 FPS. Hey, Black Casito. Es interesante. I'm glad you think so. Oh, and please don't assume I can read Spanish, or maybe that's not Spanish, it's Portuguese. Let's go up there on that platform and look down. 66. No ray tracing. It's gonna explode. No, it's not gonna explode. How did you break your 3070 anyway? How did that happen? You're gaming too hard on it. I think YouTube accepts 9 megabits for 1080p streams, and that's what I'm sending. So is stream not looking good? No, I'm using low latency mode, so I can actually talk to you guys. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm sending the maximum bitrate, but in studio you can choose like super fast mode. That's basically like no latency. You can choose fast mode, that's what I'm using. That's like a couple of seconds delay, so you can still talk to people in chat. And then there's like the pretty setting, but it's like you get like a 1 minute delay on it, so it's not really that good for reading chat and talking to people in chat. So you could get better quality a little bit, I guess. And I guess you get better quality on the saved WAD, possibly. What's that over there? Why would anyone build this? Oh. Oh, I can... Okay, I can still get out. Looking good here. Okay, so we have... okay, so all the citizens know what happened to the car. Memory got corrupted. Yeah, that's not a lot. Like the GDDR6 memory often takes like 1,000 megahertz easy. So that's not a lot. That's right. Did you get a refund on this thing? Okay, so. Yeah, RTX 2060, yeah, that pairs really nicely with 5600G for sure. And it's not that much slower than the 3060, right? You're just a little bit more limited on VRAM. You're probably a little bit worse ray tracing performance. But you can still use ray tracing in some games. Just not in AAA games mostly. No, you don't? Okay, it's probably that memory, I think, in that case. No, you don't lose warranty on GPUs when you overclock. Those times have passed. GPU overclocking is not going to void your warranty. Unless it's an iGPU. I think iGPU overclocking will void your CPU warranty. But GPU overclocking on the graphics card doesn't void your warranty. I mean, unless you go like a voltage mod or something like that. But if you just do it like in MSI Afterburner or whatever, that's not gonna void your warranty. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do racing, it can do ray tracing. And whether it's worth the trade-off is probably just gonna be your preference. A 4090. Yeah, okay. Just for your Twitch stream, right? So you can have a thingy in the background. That's just my spare 3070. I'm not using it. $49 is overpowered. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a 4090, but I more than likely have the chance to test the 7900 XTX. My brother is gonna get one as soon as they're available, like on day one, and it's probably coming to my place first before he's gonna get to play on it, and we'll be able to test it. Oh yeah, the 7900 XTX. That thing is gonna be an absolute beast. Yeah, that thing is gonna be insane. Physics test? Some of these pixel effects, some of these like particle effects, look fairly pixelated. Honestly, don't notice it that much. Yeah, I mean, I've seen 4090s sell here. I haven't seen any sell for less than 2k Swiss francs, and that's like over 2k dollars, right? And I've seen models up to like 2500. Especially for the US pricing, the US pricing never includes tax, right? Power line, yeah.
Cyber psychosis!
I think the 7900 XTX, that's not gonna be that bad on power, right? Power lines are actually rendered pretty well. I've checked it out. I'm not sure how well this comes through, but it's a lot better than FSR 1.0. Let's turn it off. Is it better than native? I think it's better than. Hang on. I think it's better than native. You can probably not see it on a stream, but no, these are not worse than native. I can tell you guys that for sure. At least on the stationary image, these do not look worse than native. Yeah, maybe it has even like some power saving mode, right? Maybe you can run it at at like 300 or like 290 watts or 280 watts or something, and you can get like 95% of the power of performance for 85% of the power draw, or 80% of the power draw. So that would also be interesting. Now I wouldn't know what to do with that card actually, like in terms of gaming. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get next for myself. Maybe an Intel card. Maybe I'm gonna pick up something like a 6900 XT in a couple of months or so, when I can get a really good deal on one. Or like a 6800 XT or something like that. Although no, those aren't good for me. I need one that has a good encoder on it. So
Hi, hi.
take that. Take that.
Give her an Isa!
What was that? Nope. And what happened to her? Did she explode? Where did she go? I didn't do that. Hello? Street cred multiplier. That sounds good. Oh, I think what's also kind of important to know with both FSR 2.1 and DLSS, that stuff, because it uses temporal information, right? It uses the last image basically to help create the next one. So it uses like the direction information from the previous frame and the current frame to create a better image. It works better when your frame rate is high, right? Because that means the time difference between the frames is smaller, which means the images are more similar to each other, which will lead to them looking better. Oh yeah, you can play most games at 4K. The Cyberpunk is really hard to run at. If you're Cyberpunk using the highest ray tracing setting, you're getting like 60 FPS on an RTX 3090 at 1080p. So even if it's like twice as fast as a 3090, running native 4K is still not in the cards for 60 FPS. You still need to upscale. What's badly optimized? Red eyes. Well, it's gonna depend on the setting in the game, right? So on the Ryzen 5000, so on this 5900X, we'd start running into like CP bottle. Like the CPU is good for about 130 FPS in Cyberpunk, 140. If you want to push like past like 150, it's gonna be difficult in Cyberpunk with the CPU. But that's not gonna depend on the graphics setting you're gonna use, right? Study more English. Well, you're already working on it now. So you're already studying by watching my stream. So you should just keep watching. And you should come back. Every stream I do, you should watch. Yeah, but I think Spider-Man is just really CPU hungry, right? In general. And then people think, oh, I'm still gonna have to push like 160 FPS on it. Okay, why do you need 160 FPS? It's Spider-Man. Viewers. What's that? What's that guy holding? Is that guy holding money? Oh yeah, I think I have super chats. Do I? I think I have, right? Do I have super chats? I think I have super chats. Alright. I think I also have super thanks on videos. I think all of it activated. So ads activated, and super chat, and super thanks, and what have you, all that stuff. And also I could also do YouTube memberships. On the other hand, I feel like I don't really have. Oh, we could jump on the drone, but it's really, it doesn't like it. You fall down, but maybe if you get perfect. Posal. I don't know what that is. Posal. Okay. Do you mean you get stuttering sometimes? Or is it just like, is it just dropping for a little bit? Because if you have like frame pacing problems, you could maybe try whether DXVK or VKD3D can help you with that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. And you have a 2060, right? So 5700G and the 2060. Okay, here you should check whether the card's actually running at X16 in the PCIe slot. Because I've had this happen, that for some reason the system only connected it on X8. It happens most often with my 3060. It's only connecting it X8. And then I just have to restart the system and it comes up as X16. But if it's only on X8, I also sometimes get like bottlenecking on it. Maybe there's some other issue. but just can't push through the stuff to the PCIe slot fast enough. So oh no, I would have fought that one. Yeah, take that. Oh, what's happening there? Let's see. Hello.
The tunnels begins tomorrow. Due to the use of potent
Yeah.
neurotoxins, Watson residents are urged to stay clear of storm drains
That's
and
the real
sewer
alpha
entrances
car.
to minimize risk of injury and death. Next, is it the end of eastbound traffic jams on the I-9? Long-awaited repairs to Ring Road East may begin as early as next month. Estimates put investment into this major artery at close to 20 million euro dollars, with priority being placed on
Was
efficiency
Spider-Man
and anti-road
remastered?
barriers.
Is that like a
And that is it for
PS5
your latest
game?
local news. After
Because
the break, we have a look at our
the
world
console
report.
CPUs should actually be a little bit slower. But that's one of my favorite songs. Oh, that's my. I think that's my favorite song in the game. Because yeah, because if it's like PS5 targeted, right, it shouldn't be a CPU problem because the CPU and the PS5 and Xbox Series, that's not a better CPU than the 5700G. Like if they want to run it 60 FPS on the consoles, they're gonna have it should run 60 FPS at that 5600G. Good night, Black Casito. Oh, guys, have you heard? I have really good news. Maybe I'm gonna make a video on it. Really good news. And the really good news is that Ubisoft is, it looks like Ubisoft is gonna do the walk of shame. So maybe you guys remember like maybe like 2.5 years ago, maybe almost 3 years ago, Ubisoft left Steam. And now it looks like they're crawling back. So I can finally play Assassin's Creed, the new Assassin's Creed, because I refused to buy games on their launcher, and I'm definitely not gonna buy the games on Epic. So now I can finally play the new Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm gonna be able to play that, and we're probably also gonna have games like the new Rainbow Six Extraction game that's probably coming to Steam as well, and then all probably the Watch Dogs stuff and then some other games, I assume. Now, Ubisoft hasn't confirmed it yet, but I think the latest build of the Steam client now includes Ubisoft Connect, and someone has data mined from their GitHub, where they check in code for their games, that they're for AC Valhalla, that something was called Steam testing or something of that nature. So Ubisoft is probably, it's very likely that they're coming back to Steam. Yeah, EA, yeah, I think, personally I think EA is way worse than Ubisoft. I know a lot of people have problem with the Ubisoft Connect, this launcher. I just think it's extremely annoying, it's extremely unnecessary, but it's always worked. It once it didn't work for me, but it's always worked otherwise. And the EA launcher is so bad, especially because I have a Game Pass account, and then you can play games. You can play EA games through your Game Pass, through your Xbox Game Pass, right? But I also have like what's it called? Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I have this game on Steam. I can't play it anymore on Steam because the client is going to launch on System Start along your Xbox client. Actually makes it so you cannot launch your game from Steam. It's complete BS. Oh, and the Xbox app is so bad. Like, I think the Xbox app is actually worse than the Epic Store page. It's so bad. I'm probably gonna cancel my Game Pass subscription anyway. It was really handy for testing like 300 games, but I'm probably not gonna test these 300 games, and it's probably cheaper to just buy the games I only have on Game Pass, to just buy them on sale on Steam now, and cancel Game Pass entirely. Yeah, the Game Pass app is so bad. So on my system, I'm using an American keyboard layout keyboard, and my system is in English, and all my apps are set to English. The only thing that's German is I'm using the German keyboard layout on my physically US keyboard layout keyboard, and the Xbox app completely messes it up. There's German stuff and English. It's like one line's English, one line's German. It's completely jumbled. I don't know it can be this bad. Like, it's actually in 2 languages. It's so bad. And I've actually found support threads on that, right? From like 3 years ago, where people complain that they have like they're using Spanish keyboard layout, but their system is in English, and the app is completely jumbled. It hasn't been fixed yet. Oh, it crashed again. Okay. But this time it ran for quite a while. It ran for quite a while. For Honor on Game Pass. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff that needs like multiple launchers. It's so bad. But I only buy stuff on Steam. or I only buy Steam stuff that activates on Steam. I've refused to buy anything on Ubisoft Connect for the last 3 years, but they weren't selling it on Steam. I haven't bought anything on Epic. Okay, we're back. We're back. They're probably never going to buy anything on Epic.
Hello, I'm Arif.
I'm so stubborn. I'd rather not play the game on release than buy it on Epic. I'd pay more on Steam than Epic. Yeah. Actually, there's stuff like AC Origin that I could play through Game Pass, but it would require me to link my Microsoft account to my Ubisoft account. But I've already linked my Steam account to my Ubisoft account, so I don't want to link my Xbox account to it because I'm kind of afraid it's gonna break something, or it's gonna, or you're not gonna be able to transfer save games or whatever. So it loaded fast. I guess it's on a fast SSD. Oh yeah, it's on the Gen 4 SSD. It's on Samsung 980 Pro. I think. No, it's not. It's not. It's not on the 980 Pro. It's actually on a PCIe 3 drive.
I'm ready. You ready?
I think it's on a Corsair. 510 something. It's a couple of years old now. I've been streaming for well, it's only 2 hours. A little bit over 2 hours, but that's fair. Because I should edit the video. Yeah, oh, that's nice. They don't sell the Sabrent ones here. Or do they now? I think for quite some time you couldn't buy them here. The Samsung stuff's usually available here when they, like, on release day. Oh, whoa. Yeah, 1 tera. Yeah, I mean, for just my own gaming needs, I'm using on my workstation. I'm using a 500 gig. I think Crucial. It's a Crucial drive, a 500 gig one. All my games are on that 500 gig, because for my own gaming stuff, I usually have only Doom Eternal. I have Cyberpunk. I have AC Odyssey, and then if I want to play something else, I still have some leftover space. For example, when I play like Control or some indie games, I'm still gonna have enough space there on the 500 gig thingy. Yeah, I think they've come down recently. Also, there was this kind of trick. You could buy the OEM one, and the OEM one was like 30% cheaper. So it has like a really weird name, like I'm not sure, like P434 or whatever. It's not a sexy name, and it doesn't come in fancy packaging, but it's like the exact same PCIe 4 drive. It's just like 30% cheaper. Oh, and you don't get like data recovery on it, but I don't need data recovery service. either the thing dies in warranty and they're gonna replace it, and I don't need my data back. I mean, if I have important data, I back it up anyway, and anything else I could just download and reinstall. I'm not gonna be bothered. Yeah, I'm using 1 terabyte PCIe 4 drive on here. I'm using a 2 terabyte PCIe 3 drive, and then I have a network share from my server mounted, and I'm probably using like 3 or 4 terabytes on that one for games. But that's for the test bench here, right? Because I have like 100 games installed. It's actually pretty crazy. Yeah. I mean, even as HDDs, for a lot of games, it's just completely fine. You're not gonna get like stuttering or whatever. It's gonna take a little bit more time to load it when you first start it up, and that's basically it. The LTT setup. Yeah, I have a server. My server it's old now. I want to replace it. I want to replace it because it's just using too much power. I have one. It's got something funny. Well, I always want to hear funny stories. Hit me. No entry. Well, that's what she said. Again, no entry. Okay, but now we're out. Hello. Hi. That guy's a doctor. Hello, Mr. Doctor. Oh. Pardon me, sir. Another doctor. Oh! And guys, it's not a clone. Look at that. These guys aren't clones. They're just similar, but they're not the same. They fixed it. What are you doing with your hard drive space? I'm gonna be honest. I have like 10 gigs left on each of the M.2 drives. But it's like, these games are so huge. Yeah, like I have like, I don't know, I have like 40 AAA games, fairly recent AAA games installed on the system. Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. But you have to be careful. So there's a lot of the older stuff. I'm just chucking it on the server thingy, and that's fine. I could just use it from there, no problem. But you have to be careful because some of the stuff like online, like MMOs or stuff that's like anti-cheat or whatever, it will not launch from the network drive. For example, like Elder Scrolls Online, it will not launch from a network drive, and neither will stuff like, I think Genshin Impact won't work from the network drive either. There are other games that just won't work if you try to launch them from the network drive. I could probably get around that by mounting it as block storage, like, right? If I use it like do like an iSCSI thingy and mount it as block storage, it would probably work. but I'm just using it as an NTFS share. And it's complaining about that. But I guess the advantage would be on using the share is you can use the share on multiple PCs or like multiple test benches potentially. Whereas if you do block storage, you can only use it on one system at a time. Modding GTA 4. I've never modded the game. Never. Well, I've modded like what do you mean by modding? Are you creating the mods or are you installing mods? Because I've never created the mod. But I have installed mods. I think primarily for Skyrim, but I've also installed mods for Control. Control Ultimate Edition. I've installed a mod that makes it so you don't have this blue hue everywhere. It's basically like the neutral filter from photo mode. The game runs it like this neutral filter from photo mode instead of this blue hue thingy. That gets really quite annoying after some time. Okay. Making a mod. I'm gonna make my own game for benchmarking. Okay, system selling some. Okay. Oh, now I'm gonna show you guys something fun. You couldn't do this before, I believe. You can only do this since patch, I believe 1.5. But I could be wrong. It didn't work before that. Now we're gonna need a suitable test subject here. Let me find one. This is not ideal, but we can do it. And I call this car surfing. So what you do is you stand on a car and then you shoot it, and now you're car surfing. And it's awesome. Do not jump, do not crouch. Oh no, she died. Okay, we need a better driver, but it's actually quite fun. Okay. Like the lorries, or depending on your preferences, a truck might also work. Actually works best. Oh no! Oh,
Watch it.
come on, go faster! Oh, I love this. I wish they did be a little bit better at driving. But this is awesome. No! Oh,
Right. Watch it.
look, my shadow. The shadow's pretty good. Steve does the katana. Alright. I love this. And then do shade. No, what? Oh, what happened there? Did I hit my head? Haha, I think I hit my head on something. No.
Watch it.
Okay, I'm still on it. Yeah, the physics in Cyberpunk are really stupid. I have to admit. I like the game, but the physics are so bad. You just have cars randomly exploding, or you walk by like a pile of trash, and suddenly it explodes or implodes. or whatever. EMB reshade. Okay. This is actually... Guys, I think this could work for benchmarking. I'm on top of a car. Yeah. No! Okay. Okay, this is how you do it. You need a car. You jump on top of it. Then you have to shoot the car. Eating. I'm eating. It's called... What's it called? Hang on, guys. It's called Gural. I think it's a Turkish snack. It's roasted pumpkin seeds. Okay. And you wanna lie? No, that. Okay. No more cars. We're stranded. Okay, we're gonna have to find another car. Yeah, it's a roasted pumpkin seeds with a little bit of salt on it. Yeah, it's a really good snack. I've only recently discovered it. Oh, okay. This one works best because of the shape of the thingy here. Okay. Oh, it just drives. No! Okay. You cannot move. If you move, you will fall off. But as long as you don't move, there's a pretty good chance you're not gonna fall off. Oh no! Okay. That's it then. It's gone crashing. Reflection lighting overhaul. But these EMB reshades, these are really popular for like stuff like Skyrim, right? Maybe the game doesn't like it when you're riding on cars.
Hello. I'm Arif Iqbal, and you're watching WNS News. New details have emerged on the attempted abduction of Hanako Arasaka at the Arasaka-sponsored Dashi Parade.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's crashing. Just don't know. Maybe I should reinstall my game from scratch, because probably the version I have on this PC right here, the way it is now, it's probably been patched from release day version through version 1.6, and maybe there's some corrupt file somewhere, or I don't know. Maybe I should just do a fresh install on it. Okay. Okay. 2010 version, alright. I don't have GTA 4. I think GTA is like a thing, if you grew up with it or you've just played it when they released, you probably like it and you have like this nostalgic thing. But I have never played it. I actually bought my first GTA game this year. And I only bought it for like benchmarking and testing on the channel. I bought GTA 5. Oh, but actually my favorite GTA game, that's not true. My favorite GTA game was GTA 2. That was the top-down one, right? Like you would drive around, top-down view. Oh, I can't steal that one. Okay, go. I think I have verified the integrity of the files. I think that's fine. Yeah, just for like, right, for benchmarking, I'm just gonna get the one that's most popular. Obviously.
Ah, the nerve.
Oh no! I fell off again. Okay, so you can hit your head in some places, alright? Okay, maybe if I crouch. Crouching. No! Oh, dude! Oops, he's on fire. He's on fire. Okay, maybe. Bye bye. What's also kind of annoying is you can't throw the grenade into the car. Even though it should go in, it doesn't. I think I don't like that. That's just not right. Whoop. Sorry, buddy. I have no chance of escaping. Well, I don't know about that. I think I already got away. Mission something. Yeah, well, Cyberpunk. I think Cyberpunk's an interesting design. It's like an open world, but it's actually a very story-driven action adventure, and it's not really an open world RPG. Like, I think the only thing that should make you think it's an RPG is this, but it's not really. It's just an action adventure game. I think if you want to play a really immersive RPG game, I think the most recent one that does it well is Kingdom Come Deliverance. I think the main problem with Cyberpunk's open world is that it's just so yeah, I think the main problem with Cyberpunk's open world is it's just like a movie set. Like there's nothing's happening actually. Like it's like a complete sandbox. Nothing ever changes, and nothing meaningful ever happens anywhere unless it's part of like a mission. And And I think one of the problems is it doesn't have any NPCs that do anything. But there are no persistent NPCs that have like daily routines and stuff they do. And that's something that even like Skyrim does really well. You have a ton of NPCs that do their stuff. I don't have Gotham Knights. But I'm actually, and I've given this a lot of thought, I will accept game keys. No weather types. I think the weather is gonna change, will now change a lot more than it used to. I think they fixed that in 1.5. Or one, I'm not sure in which one. They fixed it. It's now gonna use all its weather types a lot more frequently, I think. Like an hour or so ago, we've seen the sandstorm one. And then I really like the rain one. The rain one's really cool. Okay, here. If you go slow, these look actually really good. If you go a little bit faster, the power lines, yeah, not perfect, but I'm not sure it would look better in native for us. Gotham Knights isn't bad. Yeah, don't have it. Right, the next few games I want to get, it's definitely Legacy of Hogwarts. What else? Oh, the new Stalker game. I think I want the new Stalker game. I'm gonna play that. And then what else good? I'm probably gonna buy Assassin's Creed Valhalla when it's on Steam. I think it's gonna be a grindfest game, but it's probably still gonna be a decent game. Oh yeah, that would be sick. Planes and Helicopter, Dead Island 2 in February. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Here's a question. Maybe I should just be streaming 24/7. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go for a nap pretty soon. Have a good one. Enjoy your 2060. I think next stream we might do, I'm not sure yet, maybe a 1080 Ti, maybe we're gonna do a 1070, or we might do an RTX 3060. Maybe we can vote on it on the community tab. Okay, have a nice one. Maybe I should play through some missions, but maybe that's for the next stream. 1070 would be cool. Alright. There's gonna be a video on the 1070 anyway. I've already tested 90 games on the 1070. I have all the footage. I have to record the intro and then I have to edit the video. So it's not sure when it's gonna go up, but soon. Oh, this is also something that always gets me in GTA 5. If you get up a car in Cyberpunk, you don't fall, and in GTA you just jump out the car, not the pavement. It's gonna hurt. Oh yeah, it does really, yeah, it did really well. I mean, it generally does better than the 6500 XT, right? I think in every game it does at least as well as the 6500 XT. Oh, legendary upgrade compose, epic shard. Oh, progression shard. Oh, I didn't know that existed. Maybe that's new. Awesome. You can actually run just exactly the same settings as these ones here on the 1070, and it will, I think it will do a little bit better, and you can use high textures. Yeah. Then I also tested stuff like Kingdom Come Deliverance. I tested Warhammer Vermintide 2. I tested Deathloop, I tested Death Stranding, I tested Forza Horizon 5, and so on. See ya! Let's get this. This is the best car. This is the first car you should buy. Oh god. Okay, gonna drive a little bit so I can listen to this song, and then we're probably gonna call it a day. Oh wow, here it drops. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's up with that? What happened here? What? That frame is perfectly fine again. oh, this one. Okay, we're gonna get a better car. No, you're not gonna get away. Where did the car go? What's happening? No, that wasn't... I didn't intend to do that at all. Yeah. Interesting, now the frame rate drops a little bit here. Now it's back to normal. Maybe this happens when it's like swapping out stuff in VRAM.
You got nowhere to run.
This is the century. This is the century.
But that's also a good song. Okay, we're gonna do this song. Oh. My radio's gone. Okay. Oh, what happened? Here you go. Let's go first person. Whoa, that was close. Okay. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys on the next stream. Don't forget to hit that like button and check out the channel. Have a nice morning, evening, afternoon, what have you, wherever you are. Bye.